David Seymour is claiming that Hamas is responsible for what is happening in Gaza, attempting to downplay Israel's responsibility for their revolting conduct. Ethnic cleansing, murder of children, constant airstrikes, destruction of basic infrastructure, artificial famine, gang rape of prisoners. Apparently all of this is the fault of Hamas. What an utter joke. There is nothing more dangerous than the idea that a military force bears no moral responsibility for their actions. That is the most dangerous idea imaginable. It is a recipe for hideous war crimes, and hideous war crimes is what we see. Hamas is supposedly the root of the problem in Gaza. No. Hamas is an evil terrorist organization. Make no mistake about it. They are not freedom fighters in any serious sense. But Hamas is a symptom, not a cause. Gaza was not exactly a lovely, successful place before Hamas took power. It was a poor, war-torn, Israel-dominated enclave. It was the kind of place that inevitably empowers extremist idiots. There is no Hamas in Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, or the West Bank. That has not stopped Israel from viciously attacking these countries without any hint of provocation whatsoever. They destroyed the entire Syrian military and stole Syrian land without any justification. This is a good indication that the Israeli regime is a major part of the problem. If Hamas is the cause of the problem, can someone explain to me why Israel is also doing airstrikes and annexation in the West Bank? The West Bank is governed by a much more moderate group who are enemies of Hamas. They literally fought a war with the Hamas fanatics. And the relatively peaceful conduct of the West Bank government has not been rewarded. Israel shows them no decency. They do airstrikes and annex their land, just as they do in Gaza. Whether you are peaceful or aggressive, murder and ethnic cleansing is what Israel will provide. The Palestinians feel that they have nothing to lose, that is why they fight. Israel has them backed up against a wall. No hope of a diplomatic solution is in sight. So extremism naturally emerges. People prefer to go down fighting than be finished off silently. People prefer to lash out at the conqueror rather than accept defeat. Hamas is evil, but Hamas is a symptom of a hideous situation. If you lived in Gaza, you would probably sympathize with Hamas. Imagine it, living in a very poor, war-torn region that has no proper rights. There is no hope in the future, there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Movement is restricted, access to goods is restricted, you are banned from having a port or an airport. No solution is on the horizon. Israel does brutal airstrikes murdering your loved ones. Israel gradually annexes your land as you can only watch. Is it that surprising that people decide to join the murderous fanatics of Hamas? A hideous environment gives rise to such things. Any people would do the same if subjected to such hideous conditions. That is the reality. Anyone who does not realize this is either ignorant or morally compromised. Of course, none of this excuses the actions of Hamas, but it does explain them. Every evil group is a result of environmental forces. The same is true of Israel. That does not make their evil permissible. It means we must change the environmental factors that give rise to such behaviour. Give people something to lose. That is the best way to encourage good behaviour. Right now, both sides feel that they have nothing to lose. US aid for Israel is unconditional, and Gaza's situation could not get much worse. So long as both sides think they have nothing to lose, they will continue to behave in this manner. The Palestinians need to be given something, and we need to threaten to take something away from Israel. There needs to be consequences for people's actions. It is that simple.